anywhere, pretty much anywhere you go. This is a self-defense cane. It's just like a regular walking cane. You can take walking canes with you anywhere you go because the Americans with Disabilities Act here in the United States. I'm going to show you how you can use a cane like this. This is actually a Cane Master self-defense cane, but you can use any self-defense cane or any walking cane. You're going to start with it in your hand. We do this as a warm-up spin. It goes around in a circle to the outside of the body, the long side coming out of the thumb, your palm facing the sky. And the purpose of this warm-up spin during the training is to get you ready for all of the strikes that we're going to do in self-defense. It's also going to build some callus on your hand. It's going to increase your coordination. It's going to increase your timing and distance, proprioception, the feel for the cane as it moves through your hand. After you do this spin, for about 30 seconds here, you're going to come over the body and bring it back in this figure 8 spin. It's like coming forward with a palm slap and then the back of your hand to the other side. The other hand is up and out of the way. You bend your knees. This is how you use this simple self-defense tool you can take anywhere you go. Now, you might not use this spin by itself in self-defense if you were to try to stop somebody from hurting you with your walking cane, but you could. You could bring it up between his legs and then spin it down, bring it back, bring it over the shoulder and back and strike with that basic spin. Good morning, it's good to see you. You're just turning from one side to the other side. After 30 seconds, you're gonna go into the other hand with the palm facing the sky, and you're just gonna crank that forward. The key again is that the long side comes out of your thumb. Your hand's not completely closed. It's closed enough that it doesn't come flying out of your hand, but you're not gonna squeeze it tightly. You gotta be able to let it move through the hand. After about 30 seconds here, you come over and back. The great thing about this spinning is you can do it standing, you can do it seated. The other hand is always up and out of the way. Don't let it dangle down there and run into the cane. After 30 seconds there, you go back into the first hand and you're gonna change the grip by sliding your hand down the cane. You bring it up between you and the threat, and we're going to practice another turning or spinning motion. And this is with the hand closed to the outside of the body first, and you're gonna build power in your forearms, which is gonna make all of the strikes so much faster when we get into the strikes here in a minute. So you're gonna turn it to the outside first, and then bring it to the inside, put the outside together with the inside. You have another figure 8, but a totally different spin with a different purpose. And again, the goal here is to build power in that forearm while you're warming everything up for the workout. And again, you were not going to use this if you were to defend yourself, but somebody might come up at you, you put it up between you and him, you say back up, he keeps coming, and you might just do a simple strike like that, hitting him in the head, knocking him back for self-defense. We put it in the other hand and do the same warm-up spin to the outside of the body first, and then to the inside of the body, and then you put them together. I can feel this wrist is a lot tighter for some reason today, which is another great reason we do both hands. It's good to be ambidextrous when you defend yourself. It also keeps your body stronger as you get older, more able to defend yourself at every age. Now, 30 seconds there, I've got one more thing I want you to do for your health and your fitness that's gonna improve the ability of for you to strike hard, for you to hit somebody, knock them away for self-defense, and that is to lean into your cane with the cane on the floor in front of your body, throw your hips back, and just do a little squat. And this squatting motion, assisted by your arms on your cane, is gonna start to warm up your lower half, especially your hips and your knees. And if you're anything like me, you need all the help you can get there so that you can move better when you start to do your training. And if you do this during your warm-up and you train regularly during the week, you just do 2 or 3 times a week to learn how to use the self-defense tool you can take anywhere you go. You throw in a set of those squats every day, maybe 30 seconds to a minute, and you do 2 or 3 sets. You can break it up, do some of the strikes, do some of these. What's gonna happen is you're gonna start to put some muscle back into your legs, and they say that there are 2 things that are the biggest predictor of health and longevity as we get older, living longer better, and that is grip strength, which is that first exercise, and leg strength and the density of the muscle in your legs. This is gonna put some muscle back into your legs. You can also do an assisted lunge, stepping with each foot forward, stepping with each foot backward. You can do a lot of things, but the key is to use your cane to assist you so that you can do that a little bit better. Now, going into the techniques that you're going to use for self-defense. First one, super simple, with the cane in the traditional way, either hand. And my recommendation, use both hands evenly, bend the knees, slide the hand down the front, bring it up so the cane is between you and the threat. And the first motion you're going to practice is this thrust. You're going to push them back, come into your shoulder, and the second motion is a strike off of the same shoulder, right hand, right shoulder. The third motion is coming off of the other shoulder. The fourth motion is going to be coming here, horizontal strike, and you can strike his head into his arm, into his body, into his knees for self-defense. From here, you turn the palm over and bring it back the other way, number 5. Number 6 is going to be coming straight down the middle and a vertical strike. Thinking about the top of his head, knock him out for self-defense, break his collarbone, maybe he's reaching out with a punch, a grab, a choke. He's got a knife, he's going to slash, you're going to break that wrist, break that hand, knock the knife out of the way. And we're going to practice those in combination. So what I want you to do is just get your feet under you. And here's something that I don't always talk about, but I want you to see, especially if you use a cane for mobility. And if you were to pick up your cane, you would fall to the ground. How can I divide with 2 walking poles? We can talk about walking poles in the middle. The Kevlar ones are great because they're pretty indestructible. It's going to be a lot of the same motion, right? I'm going to show you how to use. You have your walking pole, put your hand down the front, and then use this same techniques we're going to go over right now. With a walking stick, a straight stick, a walking pole, hiking pole, something like that. You need a cane to lean onto. You can slide the other hand down, and you can thrust. You do the first 2 strikes, the next 2, and then that one coming over the top of the head. You can then switch to the other side if you're able to, thrusting, coming down off of each shoulder, 2 horizontal strikes, and the vertical strikes. But if you needed a cane to stand up with, this is how you fight with 2 canes. 1 to keep you from falling to the ground, 1 for self-defense. You can also do this if you are confined to a wheelchair. You can carry the cane with you. I know some of you guys do. And you use the cane to push them back. That's your first motion. Thrust, then angle off of the shoulder. So you diagonal strike, 2 horizontal strikes. When you do that horizontal strike, see that your palm is facing the sky. So if you run into something, it doesn't pop out of your hand. If you're pulling it this way and you hit something, some resistance, your hand's gonna pop right off of it. So palm up, palm down, straight down the middle. Switch it to the other side, get the other hand up, practice 1. This is how you train to use your self-defense walking cane, the one self-defense tool that you can take anywhere and everywhere you go. Americans with Disabilities Act, there are a lot of laws in other countries that are similar to that, which say that this medical device can be taken through the airport onto the plane, right? Into the courthouse, into the big concert or ball game, places where you can't take a concealed, you can't take a gun, places you can't take a gun, you can't take a blade. A lot of places you can't even have a blade on you anymore. But you can have a walking cane. And a lot of people from America will often say, well, why don't you just carry a gun and shoot them? Well, shooting them is not always the right answer. That's one. We don't have to get into that. You can figure that out on your own. If you can't figure it out, you shouldn't be carrying a gun. But number 2, most places in the world you can't carry. You can't carry a gun at all, right? They don't even let you own one. And they've taken away most people's ability to defend themselves and most of the tools that they would use to do that. But this is the one tool you can take anywhere and everywhere you go. A simple walking cane, especially if it has this crook. We're going to talk about how to use that for self-defense in a minute. So just for review, this first set, bend the knees, slide down the front, thrust, 2 angular strikes coming down, 2 coming horizontally, 1 down the middle, switching hands. If you wanted to progress this motion, you can add 2. Once you get used to it, you can add 2 upward strikes so that you added, instead of that first set with just coming down, now we have 2 more here, through, back, and down, and then you just switch. And the more you practice in your garage, in your basement, in the backyard, in the hallway, in the alleyway, in the foyer, wherever you have to practice, in your bedroom, in your kitchen, the more you practice, the faster your strikes will become and the more powerful, and you'll start to move somebody back. Now, there's principles of self-defense that keep you safe that are more important than these techniques. These strikes are techniques. The principles are, what can you remove or destroy? The principles are, get in a better position, put the cane between you and him. The principles are, take a quick breath, settle yourself. Principles are, close with and destroy, violence of action. Those principles, a lot of the principles are covered in the book by Tim Larkin called When Violence is the Answer. And I put the link in the description along with the link so you can see what these are. And with the cost, you can go super inexpensive and get the dojo cane, the training cane, which I've always loved, one of my favorites, or you can get something a little bit nicer like this Nighthawk, Night Traveler with all these features on it. Hey Bill, it's good to see you. Bill's in Las Vegas. I want to show you in the middle of this workout how you can get faster, stronger, more powerful strikes using a simple resistance band that you can probably pick up for less than, I know you can get it for less than 20 bucks. There's also a link in the description. But you can find these a lot of times at like big box stores, Walmart, Target. You can find them at Dick's Sporting Goods. You can find them at, we were at Sports Direct over in Europe recently. I saw them over there. They're pretty common. You can also usually get them at discount stores, like like TJ Maxx and that whole set of stores. All right, so all I did was I put it on my cane on one side, goes around my back, and then I can do a standing push-up, which is gonna build power in your chest and in your upper arm, in your forearm, in your grip. You can see that it's firing all those muscles from the triceps, from the shoulders, through the forearms, into the grip, and especially in the chest. And you do this for 30 seconds using your band, and then you just let it sit there and you rest. And we're not looking for going to the beach muscles. We're not looking for, bodybuilder muscles. We're looking for muscles that give you more speed, strength, power as you get older, that keep you leaner, faster, and more powerful in your strikes. Better able to defend yourself, your family, your grandchildren, your children, with your walking cane, the one tool you can take with you, self-defense tool you can take anywhere you go. From here, the second set I like to have you do, and always pull your stomach up and in, keep your abs tight, and you're pushing down. Think about pushing yourself up and out of the chair as you activate all the muscles in the arms and the shoulders again, but also in the lower part of your chest. And your goal is to go time under tension. You want tension on the muscle in order for it to change and grow in a healthy way. At any age, doesn't matter how old you are, you can be in your 80s and get stronger from where you are now by adding more resistance training in. And we know that probably resistance training of all the exercises that you can do are gonna keep you stronger, healthier, longer. You're gonna live better for a longer period of time. The third set, and my recommendation to you, just from my experience, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a personal trainer anymore, it was a long time ago, but my recommendation is let yourself rest between sets until your breathing comes back to normal, and then go for the next set. The third set here is up. Just make sure it doesn't slide off of your shoulders and smack you in the back of the head. If it does, put it back where it was and keep going. It's not gonna kill you. It'll just remind you to pay attention. But you're coming up, pushing away. We're hitting the top part of the chest, and really more than all the other two so far, those triceps. Now your triceps, your extensors, you've got your muscles that pull it in, and you got your muscles to push it out, right? You need them both to be strong. We're gonna go over the pull-in muscles, the biceps in a minute. Right now, we're doing the triceps. And you get that a lot when you do that. The one that comes up, a better way to get the triceps is to put your hands close together and put the thing on your forehead and push straight out. In 30 seconds here, if you can do it. I'm starting to fail. It's burning. Make sure you're breathing. You're gonna get that muscles up there faster, more explosive. Because it's bands and it increases resistance the farther it goes out, you're going to get more punching power, more stopping power, more knock 'em out power in all your strikes using the walking cane for self-defense, something like this Cane Masters, or whatever you have to use. You're gonna put it now under your bum, bending the knees so it doesn't come up there, smack you in the back. You're gonna bend your knees a little bit, and you're gonna curl and squeeze at the top of that motion. Hey, good morning. G. Carlton's here. It's good to see you. I've seen you a lot in the comments lately, G. Carlton. Welcome back. But you want to do that 30 seconds, and again, squeezing at the top, really getting the blood, the plasma, into that upper arm, into those biceps. And you're going to feel other parts too. You're going to activate your core. You're going to activate the legs. You're going to activate your back muscles a bit, your neck, your shoulders. You're going to get all your forearm, your hands. Everything's getting stronger with this exercise. After that first set, I like to have you bring your hands inside, closer together, and hit the biceps at a little different angle and recruit different fibers, as they say. And then the third one, either with the hands apart or inside, and your palm facing down. And that's gonna really hit the tops of those forearms, which is gonna really improve your grip. One of the questions you ask me all the time is how do you keep them from taking it out of your hand? One way is to have a very good, strong grip. And you're gonna get that with the exercise bands. Now, the next thing I'm gonna show you is turning the crook facing him. And I want you to pop it up in your hand between you and him and say, back up, get out of my face. Now you can either pop it up like you're Charlie Chaplin, or you can slide it down just like we did at the beginning, just like you would in Irish stick fighting with a shillelagh or shillelagh. From here, with a nice firm grip, you're gonna punch him right in the face with that big fist. Punch him here, hook him in the head, pop him under his chin with an uppercut. Using the long side of the cane, swing the whole thing, turning your wrist out as you come across his face for self-defense. Bring it up between his legs, maybe up under his chin. He's reaching, grabbing, stabbing, choking, slashing, smashing that arm. Once you get it up, throw the other hand on it so you have two hands and step in and thrust like you would a bayonet, or with a rifle bayonet. Thrusting in here, chopping down with that back hand, using that big nasty tooth to rake the flesh off of his face for self-defense. Pull his nose, his eyes, his teeth. It's what can you remove or destroy? His ability to see, breathe temporarily, permanently. His ability to be awake. Maybe you cracked him in the temple and knocked him out, or alongside the jaw or into the neck. Maybe you thrust this lower into his solar plexus and you knock his wind out and crush that cartilage and make it so he had very difficulty breathing. He can't run and chase you and grab you if he can't breathe or stand upright. Maybe you go a little bit lower. Maybe you chop this down into his thigh or into his knee, or you extend it and you hit him in the lower part of the leg, and then you pull and rip him off of his feet, knock him on the ground for self-defense. But that all starts here in this position between you and him. You have this, and this is the combination of what you train when you learn how to use the self-defense cane, or the one hidden tool that you can take anywhere, self-defense tool you can take anywhere you go. So it's a thrust, a hook, an uppercut, swing forward, swing up, put it in two hands, push, chop, and then you can hit them again coming this way. You can also bring that backhand up, and you have a lot of leverage here because you're using two hands, pulling here and pushing here through his ribs, through his arm, through his chin, up under his, between his legs, lift him off the ground. You can even turn here and smash using this hard piece of oak. Cane Masters makes these in hickory too. If you go to the link in the description, you can see how you can have it made. Smashing through his teeth. You can also box his ears. You can create some resistance by pulling here, pushing here, and then swing, letting go, and then digging into him with that crook. You can see on this one, it's even a little bit more aggressive. That's all holding it in this position. Then I would have you switch. Practice in the other hand. Straight, hook, uppercut, swing up, swing across, throw it in two hands, thrust, chop, rifle butt, right? Swinging the backside up, smashing through, and then switch hands again, pop it up. 1, 2, 3. Coming up, coming across, stepping in, chopping, swinging it up, smashing him back. And then just practice from side to side and get comfortable with these simple techniques you can use with a self-defense walking cane. Now, the other thing I'm going to show you with the crook facing out, you can do this crook facing out or crook facing back in the more traditional way. The reason that you might want to turn it out is that when you lean into it, it makes it more straight because now the long side is coming out of your pinky. So it becomes ergonomically stronger to hold your cane as you use it as a mobility device this way as opposed to this way. It also puts less stress on your wrists. So if your wrists aren't as strong, this is a better way to carry it. So you know. Now from here, you can reach out like you are extending your hand in friendship to shake. But you're using this extremely long lever, which is your arm with the stick attached, and you're swinging that up, creating distance between you and him. And then you turn your palm to the sky, bring it up to your ear, and smash down on the top of his head for self-defense. So you bring it up, smash it down, switch hands, bring it up, smash it down. Just practice that. When you practice switching your feet, if you're able to, you're gonna start to work on what's really important for cane self-defense, which is mobility, being able to move a little bit with your cane. Now you don't have to dance the jitterbug to defend yourself, the walking cane, but it would be good if you could step side to side, a nice lateral move. Hit him and then get to the side, or hit him and get to the side as you hit him again. And to get that lateral movement back, just that 1 or 2 steps sideways. Put the cane between your legs on the ground, lean into it a little bit with one hand or two, and just practice stepping, small steps, side to side. If you want to progress from that, you can step in at an angle and back behind your cane. Just like we would teach you in a boxing class. In at an angle, and then back at an angle, and back the other way. And it doesn't have to be fancy, you just want to get some of your mobility back. So from here, we bring it up, bring it down. The other way to do that is to bring it across and back, just like a windshield wiper. And you can hear, that generates a lot of wind because it's moving very quickly through the air. This hard piece of oak across the side of his chin, or into that hand, or into his body, or into his knees, will back him up a little bit. Ed Fiduci, can you train your reaction time? Yeah, the best thing you can do, Ed, get a tennis ball, hang it from a tree with a ceiling or a rafter on a piece of string, and then you get it moving. Have it move toward you, and then as it comes in, get out of the way. Step back in, as it swings in, get out of the way. You can also use that to practice your accuracy, hitting it the way we always would with a Joe staff in the traditional martial arts. Now, one other way you can do this swing, and I know I showed you at the beginning, but I want to go over it again, was just this angle up and down over the shoulder. You can also bring it the other angle. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. If you wanted to, you can go back into your spin, but I don't really recommend having a consistent spin, like a spin that has any rhythm, right? The worst thing you can do in boxing is get into a predictable rhythm, because then he's going to hit you. He's going to time you. If he has any experience at all and he knows how to fight, he's going to time you. Even instinctively, people will time a rhythm. So we don't want to get into just this as a spin as the only self-defense technique, but we don't mind using it in the middle of another set of tactics, techniques. But get that book. Get the book, When Violence is the Answer. I did put a link in the description. It's such a valuable book. Tim Larkin talks about target acquisition. He says, ask yourself a simple, take a deep breath or a quick breath, settle the mind for just a moment. You're still going to be adrenaline, you're still heart racing, but you're going to ask yourself, what can I remove or destroy? And it's going to inform you on your targets. Then your strikes will come where they're supposed to be. You don't have to think anything after that. Just that simple, quick question, what can I remove or destroy? His ability to see, breathe, temporarily, permanently, his ability to be awake, his ability to chase me, touch me, grab me, punch me, stab me, thrust, or slash me, whatever it is. What can you remove or destroy for self-defense? And the book describes it in a way that I don't do justice. If you need a cane master self-defense cane, there's a link in the description. If you want one of these cool quantum cane t-shirts, That's also in the description as well. If you have any questions or comments or thoughts, put that in the comment section, and I'll see you guys on the next one. We're gonna go live here on Facebook in just a minute for some other martial arts training.